Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mampolo from Mampolo's Corner. Renew your mindset. I stopped into one video a few days ago. I saw one Igbo guy, whether he's based in Germany or Italy. The guy was lamenting about the high rate of divorce and single mothers in Europe and in America. And he specifically mentioned London, which is UK. He mentioned that one. He mentioned Italy. He mentioned Germany. Then he mentioned America. He said these places now, the rate of single mother and the rate of divorce of African people, African women, and he specifically mentioned Nigerians. And he not only mentioned Nigeria, he mentioned Igbo women. He said the rate of divorce and the rate of single mothers, when he be say he did for these areas, when he mentioned, that's Europe, which includes this UK, especially London, and America, he was lamenting. The guy was bitter. He was cursing and accusing majority of the single mothers, especially the single mothers from Igbo land in Nigeria. He was so bitter because the guy was from Igbo land. Then I listened to him from beginning to the end. Then I told him, one day, Butu, calm down. Calm down. Butu, take it down. You cannot solve problem without identifying the cause of the problem. That's the problem we are facing here. You cannot just come and be abusing single mothers. They married you from Nigeria, they married you from Africa, and you came to Europe, you dump your husband. They don't do them like that. Before you are able to solve problem, you must be able to identify what is called the causative factor of the problem. What is causing the problem? What is the issue behind this rate of single motherism in the Europe and America? Have you asked yourself that question? All right. Let me just approach most of the causes. There are most of the causes people normally attribute those problems to. This divorce, high rate of divorce, single mother, this, that. They always attribute it mainly to domestic violence. You know, they always, oh, the man is hitting the woman. The man is beating the woman. The man is killing the woman. The woman is killing the man, vice versa. That is what easily people identify as the major problem of divorce, the major problem of single motherism in Europe, including UK here, mainly in London, than in America. They feel that it's more of domestic violence. No, it's not enough. There are some other causes that many people don't identify. They don't identify and they don't know that they are paramount. These are main causes of this divorce everywhere, not even those one you are seeing. In the olden days, there were millions of domestic violence, but the rate of divorce was not as high as this new generation. Why? As a matter of fact, in the olden days, we had more of the domestic violence then. Because, you know, at that time, especially when we were in Africa, men are too superior. It is now that men are even being enlightened and educated. The rate of domestic violence, I can tell you, it has reduced in this generation. But why is this still a very high rate of divorce this time compared to the olden days? That shows you it's not only the domestic violence that is causing this high rate of divorce and single motherism. It is not only domestic violence. Now, let me renew your mindset on a particular factor that is causing high rate of divorce and high rate of single motherism, both in the UK, especially in London, in Europe at large, and in America. Now, listen and get it straight. How will somebody travel from Africa, be it Nigeria, for example? You travel from Africa and you go any part of the Europe. Because of the way you travel, you go there, you are stuck. Now, you are wanting to get through your paper problems. Most of us here, it will take us 15 years to fix that paper problem, residency problem. Most of us, it's going to take us 20 years for you to be legal in the country you are. Now, you have left a country in Africa for about 15 years, for about 20 years. Now, you've lost the tie. If when you were leaving, you had a girlfriend you were proposing to marry, do you think she was going to be waiting for you for 20 years and 15 years? No, it's not going to happen. Now, you must have left that relationship you had back home before you traveled abroad for about 15 years, 20 years. Now, you have no ties back home. You don't even know people who are home to marry. You don't know. Now, you don't even know who is the right wife for you to marry because you've lost contact. You've lost ties. You don't even know who is the wife material. You don't even know the woman who is compatible to you, you know, to form a good marriage life. You don't know that anymore. Now, maybe some of us that came here, we need to do some marriage here. So I'm marrying some people here. Maybe you have the notion that after the marriage, you are going to leave the marriage, you are marrying for paper and all that. Then it takes you up to 15, 20 years to go through all that process. And before you divorce the one you marry in Europe. Then the next thing after divorcing your Europe wife, then you are calling your people at home in Africa. They should look for a wife for you. You want to marry after 20 years, after 25 years in Europe. And now, we are even looking at your time. You are clocking to 60, 58. You tell them to go and look for somebody who is 22 years in Nigeria for you to marry. Hey, I don't know where this problem they come from. Now, let me tell you where the problem comes from. You are 60 years in Europe. You have made money, we believe. Now, where the problem comes from is that you want to marry the real wife. You want to marry your village wife that you feel that you are now close. You don't know before that you are supposed to marry her before. It is now that you have residence, you have citizenship. You remember village wife. That now you are calling your village people who do not know how you behave in Europe, who do not know how Europe and America have even structured your life recently. You tell them to go and look for 22 years old in the village so that you marry her and bring her to London. You marry her and bring her to Germany. You marry her and bring her to Italy. You marry her and bring her to America. And you think that girl that agreed that she was going to marry you at the age of 22 while you are 60 is doing that with clear eye? She is doing that without any ulterior motive? you know well. Go and marry her, come. And then you are 60, I will guarantee you are going to bring another man's wife to Europe, not your wife. Let me tell you something. That lady and that girl is only going to use you as a transport means to Europe, to America. They are going to use you just to go to Germany. They are going to use you just to go to UK and America. Nothing else. You are just a transport means. They know what they are looking for. At this point, they are not marrying you because of love. To start with, they don't even know you. To start with, the age difference is too large. It's too much. If they agree to marry you, they agreed to marry you, one, because of the money you've made in the Europe. Two, because they want to leave Africa and come to Europe through you as a channel of transport. Full stop. So when they come to Europe because you are a citizen, or when they get to America because you are a citizen, they born one child for you. With that child they are giving birth to, that child automatically is a citizen because the father is a citizen. Then when she realized that that child is a citizen, there's what we call right to family life. That guy you brought will never leave that country again. Automatically, she's indirectly a citizen. Because they are not going to tell her to go and leave the child who is a citizen in that country. So there's a ties now between herself and the child, which is right to family life. So when she noticed that, especially if your wife knows how to mingle with single mother in that area, the single mother will give her sense. They will tell her how to run the whole process. They will run the whole process, then they will divorce you. Why? The marriage you made was not built on relationship. You see, you were in a country for 17 years. You are in a country for 25 years, and you are already old. You are telling them to go. You want to marry 22 years old from your village. They don't know you. You don't know them. How are you going to marry that marriage? How you going? Even the one that had good relationship. Marriage these days now that even have relationship, even at their young age, and they're married, is still shaking, let alone the one. They don't even know you, don't know them until they are 22, they are 27, they are 25. You are 60, you want to go and marry them. How is not going to shake? Well, there's no relationship before the marriage. There's no relationship, there's no courtship. She just follow you because she want to live the hot atmosphere of Africa. That's all. She just used you as a means of transportation. You have just been duped. You have just been used as a man. They don't use you. Secondly, that marriage is not built on love. The guy didn't love you. But that marriage was built on the basis that the guy wants to run away from Africa through you. It is rare. It is very rare, in my own opinion, I might be wrong, to see a 22 years old African happily wanting to marry a 62 years old man. It is not balanced. So if you see, for example, a Nigerian girl wanting to marry a 60 years old Nigerian man, there's something behind that marriage. The guy has what is called ulterior motive. He got something for mind. There is a personal interest that made that girl to do that, not with clear eye. Did you know the inside? But she has what he wants to achieve, either in the short run, in the middle run, or in the long run. So most of these men, when they're for Europe, when you don't finish sorting out your paper thing, how you take sort out whether by marriage, for here, when you don't marry here, born here, finish, you still go you want to see the go marry from Africa. I don't know why you are still wanting to go and marry from Africa. If you're already married where you are, marriage is marriage. No matter who you marry white, you marry pink, you marry ink, you marry purple, you marry blue, you marry green. Marriage is marriage, and everybody is equal on earth. Woman is woman. There's no difference. If you have married anybody, you marry a European, you marry an Asian, you marry a black, any country you are, why are you wanting to divorce and go and marry the second one from your hometown? Why? Why do you think you are not going to have problem? Meanwhile, the first marriage you did, you knew you are not going to stay in that marriage because you were wanting paper. Because you want to have citizenship, but in your mind, right from the day of your first marriage in the Europe, you know you are going to divorce that girl. Why? So why do you think if you go and marry the second one in Africa, you are not going to receive what is called the law of karma, that they will do you back, that they are going to divorce you too? Why do you think so? What goes around comes around. If you have married someone and you divorce her, and you had intention that you knew that you are going to use her for something, and after achieving what you are going to use her for, you will dump her and go to Africa and marry the right wife for you, according to you, what you call right wife. So why do you think that if you bring that right wife to the UK or to America or to Germany, they are not going to divorce you like as you divorce the European? Why do you think that the law of karma is not going to catch up with you? That says that what goes around comes around. What you have done someone else, they will do you. Now they will do you now, you begin to shout, oh, high rate of divorce. All the women we marry from Africa to the Europe, they are now single mothers. All of them are now divorcee. All of them are this. They don't stay in husband's house because they want benefit, because they want that. Why wouldn't they do you back? That's what I'm asking you. Why will you be 60 years in a country where you have lived for over 20 years, 25 years, and you still want to leave the country and go another country and marry small girl and bring that you don't know? You don't know how she grew. You don't know her character. You don't know any. You ask your village people to go and find wife for you. Why won't they find wife? They have find wife for you now. Now marry for Europe. You don't know that marriage is a personal relationship. You don't need somebody to find my wife for you. No, not be you find your papa own. You don't hear me? That your uncle wants somebody to find wife for you. Not be you find your own. Not be you find your own. You must know who you want to marry, how she is, what she like, and what she dislike. That will inform your decision on marriage. You don't just go because you think you are from Europe, you have money, and when you talk to any guy, any age, they will agree for you that you bring them in Europe. You think when they enter the Europe, they will be submissive, the way you met them in Africa. They just want to use you to come to Europe and better their own family. When they pour those up, not when they lament, they cause single mother, they cause divorces. Why are you causing them? Everybody have the agenda. Europe, the opportunity. They don't use you, they don't use you. One day, if you love what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, all our Man Polos channel. Love you guys. Peace out.